Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and in this video, we have an important topic. A very common question in Diablo Immortal is how to place my Paragon points. What's the most efficient way to spend them? I've got a Paragon tree here that I think is going to be the most generally useful for the largest percentage of players on their way to Hell 4. So I will walk you through exactly how to distribute the points, how the Paragon tree is going to work, and why I think this route is the most efficient for the largest percentage of players out there. Let's get into it. Alrighty, so first of all, on your journey through Immortal as you are coming up, let's say you're a brand new player or something, you're not going to have Treasure Hunter and Gladiator unlocked. You'll be just seeing like Vanquisher and Survivor, and you unlock some of these as you go. You can see at Paragon 150, I will then have access to Soldier and Mastermind at that point. But for now, the spot that I am at, kind of transitioning into Hell 4 at around 120 Paragon, these are the ones that I have access to right here. And a really important mechanic to understand when it comes to the Paragon tree that a lot of new players mix up. If you're a veteran player, you already know this, but a lot of new players mess this up. You are going to have persistent attributes and specialization skills. The persistent attributes are going to be the ones that are circular, and the specialization skills are going to be the ones that are a square box. Now, the persistent attributes are just going to be some stats. You get resistance, potency, damage, life, things like that, and they will always be active and universally affecting your character no matter what. The specialization skills are going to usually be a lot more impactful. They're going to be things like 50% extra gold or magic find or stuff like that. And you have to actually have that box up on the top right checked to activate that Paragon tree to get access to the specialization skills that are these square boxes. And what that means is because I currently have the Treasure Hunter tree active, all of the other boxes I have checked in any other Paragon tree are not going to be functioning at all. So if I pull up the Gladiator tree, all of these skills that I have selected, the cheat death here, fatal attacks from players instead reduce you to 1 life, etc. These are not going to be active currently on my character until I check this box and switch over to Gladiator. Now the square box specialization skills in this tree are going to be active. But when I'm just generally playing, and I'm open world farming, I'm running dungeons, I'm doing PvE content, I like to have Treasure Hunter selected and active, so I get access to the gold find, the magic find, and the different perks here that are in the Treasure Hunter tree. So on your way up in your leveling process, you're probably going to be focusing mostly on Vanquisher, but once you get to the point where you're transitioning into Hell 4, you're in Hell 3, you're kind of in that mid-game phase on the leveling up process and developing your character, then this is going to be where I think you should be striving to go towards, and splitting your points between Treasure Hunter and Gladiator. And I can pop up some footage that I recorded of me distributing these points so you can see and walk through the entire process when you go ahead and reset everything right here, which you can only do once a week. Unfortunately, I hope they bump that up. But we're going to start with Treasure Hunter. We're going to take, obviously, the path on over. And I don't really like to go down on the bottom part. I don't think it's necessarily worth. I like to prioritize the middle and the top lanes on Treasure Hunter. So we go there, we take our damage, and then we're going to go over, obviously grab the gold find, work our way up, take the armor penetration, which is great, especially if you're running with a Crusader. You've got access to that banner to make you crit a lot more. And then we're going resistance, ends up working great for classes like Demon Hunter. And then treasure find, obviously. And then in order to get access to gold, that was by going down the middle tree to unlock that path up there. And then we slide on over to Gladiator. I think these are definitely the top 2 trees to go with. You take that Arbor Pen, you take the Uncontrollable, and then we have to split, and we have to go both up and down to get access to, ultimately, our goal is to get that cheat death for when we're doing PvP content, and we would like access to the different CC effects and the unkillable, proc effect when we take fatal damage. So we take those, we go down, do Trapper, take that, and then we take the resistance right there. Then we get a bunch of life, take in 20 points worth of nodes on the life. We get the quick-witted, and then we wrap this up to get access to the cheat death up top. And then what that does is that unlocks this big damage node over here to the right, where we get to pump 25 straight points into damage. So ends up being a super efficient way to split up our points. Let me fast forward here and I can show you what it looks like. Then you back out. Make sure you remember to back out and keep a Paragon box checked. I have made that mistake before. Don't be an idiot like me. Make sure you've got a Paragon box checked and active and flashing the animations on screen. And then what we're going to do is when we are in PvE content, we activate our treasure hunter. When we're going into a PvP context, we activate our gladiator, and then we are always getting the proper specialization skills, and we've got our Paragon points nice and evenly distributed. So in a distribution like this, the nodes you're always going to be getting are the things like the armor pen and the damage. And the nice way about, or the nice thing about going this route is you get a lot of damage nodes. You can see here we've got a big 15 pop of damage, and then over in, I always click the X instead of the back thing, so that annoys me. And then in Gladiator we get the 25 damage node as well. Now you can also, when you fill that up, you can take this 5 points of damage right here in Vanquisher. So you don't have to activate the Vanquisher tree, remember, to get these 5 nodes of damage on the Vanquisher tree. You don't have to take those specialization skills. The reason I like going this route, Vanquisher is a good tree, but the problem is we can only have 1 tree active at once. If we could have 2 trees active at once, I may go into Vanquisher and take some of the PvE specialization square box skills. But basically it comes down to, if I'm doing PvE, I'm gonna have Treasure Hunter active. So I'm not gonna get access to any of these mob killing PvE specialization skills, but I could maybe take a little bit of the damage right here and go with that. But that's why we don't end up playing around with those 2 trees, because we can only have 1 active at a time. Also in the Gladiator tree, I don't know that rapid recovery is worth 21 points. You're getting armor, and it takes 20. This should be like 10 points to unlock this, I think. And then it would be a little bit more of a debate. I don't know. You can disagree with me if you want, maybe, but I don't know that this is worth a 21 point investment. Maybe if this was damage, possibly, or even life, but to get that armor, I don't know. It seems like a pretty hefty spot. So what I'm going to be doing right now is filling up this damage node for my next 16 points. Then I'm going to come out here and I'm going to get 5 right here to get more damage. That's my next 21 points. And then after that, you could probably take the Zeal right here and unlock another damage node down here. So my next many Paragon points are already planned and ready to rock all the way until I get to Hell 4. This type of a Paragon setup should do it for you. And then just remember, if you're doing PvE content, make sure you got Treasure Hunter selected, and then when you swap over to PvP, check that Gladiator box, and you've got a nice, efficient, generally useful Paragon distribution for your character. So alrighty, hopefully that sheds some light and a little bit of perspective on my thought process on the Paragon tree, and let me know if you disagree with anything. I really enjoy reading through your input down below as well. Remember to subscribe on your way out. I am working on a gem tier list for every single class. It's going to be a really fun resource, and we've got all sorts of things in development behind the scenes coming your way very soon with daily content. So as always, thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.